Hello and welcome. I'm Darren, and today we're going to check out a bit of Le Mans Ultimate, because obviously there's been an update. Loads of people have been doing it, but we're going to check it out as well. And we might have to make a few changes. I haven't really looked into it that much. I'm going to be honest. I didn't really play it that much previously. I have been concentrating on ACC and my LFM license. I didn't really want to muddle things up by playing too many different games and trying too many different cars and just making everything a mess for myself when I'm in a very kind of heavy learning stage. But anyway, I'm going to quick go through. I have made a few changes and added a few bits and pieces to the rig lately. So I'm going to quick go through a few of those, because I'll probably be mentioning a bit of that whilst I'm driving. But I'm not going to go too in depth. I'm going to do some separate videos on those certain items. Now, one of them I've just used to hit the record button, and one of those is the Stream Deck 2 by Elgato. And this, love it. This, obviously, I am sat in a aluminium profile rig. I don't have a full-size keyboard, and I don't have a mouse, and I don't want to have either of those items flapping around within my aluminium rig. I also use haptic speakers on my rig that vibrate, so I don't want anything that's loose on my rig that is obviously going to pick up the vibration of the haptic speakers. So for me, this thing is amazing. I actually wonder if... Okay, so as you can see, this is something that I have. If I go back to my home screen, so yeah, so at the moment I have this set up as my home screen. You can obviously choose all different types of icons, all the rest of it. I'll go way more in depth, but as you can see, record. So that's my record button. Hit that, away we go. And then I also have, which is actually quite handy, a little clock, which is pretty good. And then obviously volume up and down buttons, home screen, internet, web, and you know, I'm not going to go too far into it. I have a shortcut that will take me to the LFM website page, so on and so forth. I use this for, as you can see, there is a Assetto Corsa hotkey there, which will take me to my folder, which is set up for my ACC. So I have obviously a couple of headlights, wiper cycles, flash button, and then I have the onboard MFD, so I can cycle through that and do all of my kind of, if I need to do a pit, if it's raining, or if I need to make adjustments going into the pit, I can cycle through this all on here, and I find that a lot more simple than using my steering wheel. And then there's also one which is set up for American Truck Simulator, as you can see. That's really handy on this. There's a lot, that game is obviously extremely in depth. So I've got a feeling actually through this, yes, if I click on radio, I have a separate folder for the radio for navigating through the radio. So yeah, that's the first thing that I wanted to quick show you. Now, secondly, in fact, let me close that down so that's not running there. I'm sure you'll just pop off to the tray. Second one is, if you've seen my video previously, I've just purchased the Simagic P1000 pedals. So obviously I'm using this C-Pro Manager to use the pedals and to calibrate the pedals. As you can see, throttle, and then the brake, obviously clutch. I'm not really using that in any games that I'm actually running at the moment, but it's there anyway. And I have actually just had an extra addition to the P1000 pedals, which is the, I can't remember the name of it. I'll be making a video about it, but we do have the little haptic motors. It's not going to tell me on this page what they're called. That's fine. Now I've only purchased one for the brake. I possibly will only purchase one for the brake. I only have it on ABS at the moment. It is controlled through this software. Now you can do it within SimHub, I believe, but it's way more in depth to figure it out. Obviously in this you just turn on ABS if that's what you want, and then you can go to set it up. So at the moment I'm set at 32%. Why? I don't know, that's just random. And then I'm at 16 Hertz. You can test it. I'm not sure if... Now that's the only problem I seem to have with this, and it might end up having to get exchanged, because if it's left for a while it doesn't want to work. So I'm gonna have to look into that. There might be something on Reddit, I haven't checked it out. Basically once I've used it or it's been engaged a few times, it's like it's stuck and then it needs to unstick, which is interesting. I might actually just unbolt it and check that there's not something in there which is causing that to happen. Now, if I'm quiet, you might hear it because this mic does pick up quite a lot of noise. Obviously, if you did hear that, when you actually have your foot on the pedal, you do dampen a lot of that out, and this is only set at 32%. So obviously if I whack it up to like 95%, you can hear that. It sounds like a jackhammer. This is obviously a very coarse frequency, so it is a very strong kind of vibration that it does. So yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. We're going to see how that works in Le Mans Ultimate. It definitely seems to have a bit of a sticky thing going on, so I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens with that. But anyway, so that's the SimMagic software with the haptic feedback for the ABS, which I have been using in ACC and I've been quite enjoying that. It's been kind of helping me a little bit with trail braking and not being too brake heavy on turning. So as you can see, we're using the Moser. Now as far as setup for Le Mans Ultimate is, obviously this is, yeah, that's interesting. It's now telling me to configure it even though I configured it yesterday. So let's do that again. Whether this game's just done some sort of update which has decided to do that, I don't know. So I did find when I went into this game yesterday, I did try it out a couple of times yesterday just to kind of get a couple of things set up. I was going to do a recording yesterday, but the kids were being a bit of a nightmare, so that didn't happen. And I did notice that the force feedback was disappearing, and then I was having to, and I don't think it's anything to do with the Moser software. I think it's actually in the game, because when I was then doing a couple of settings in the game, it would then come back again by the in-game force feedback settings. So I mean, at the moment I'm still using the same profile as what I use for ACC or my beta. Oh no, I didn't. In fact, I turned down. So this is what I use, my best profile for ACC. I think I was turning this down, and the reason I was turning the road sensitivity down is because I believe that blotted out a bit of the ABS. I'm going to go more depth into that because that's something we need to talk about in that game. But first, let's get into the game. Let's do that. And see if everything's actually working, or if we're going to have to mess around a bit and then go through how I'm feeling about the game, because I am, and I know people all have their own thing and I have absolutely no problem with that, but I'm one of the people that really likes ACC. I like how it feels. I like the physics in the game. I actually quite like the force feedback, and I struggle with a lot of other games that don't feel the same. So we're going to go through a couple of the things that I feel about this, what I like, what I don't like, and how this kind of... But at the same time, I don't know how well I am set up with this. I don't have a huge amount of experience with force feedback. I don't have a huge amount of knowledge of physics, how a race car should feel for a start. I have no idea. I've never raced a race car. But what I know, obviously what I can say is what I think, or how I think it should come across. So if I'm like in ACC, some cars I don't feel very good. Some cars I find do, and then there is obviously, I do have a bit of knowledge about car setup and how that can make a car feel completely different. So in ACC I'm okay with that, but as far as other games go, I'm not quite sure. So when I get set up in ACC, how it feels good to me, I picture myself thinking, okay, I can imagine this is how this car would feel. And I could be completely wrong, but that doesn't really matter as long as in my mind it feels how I would imagine it to feel, and then it's good. So if someone says to me, no, that it would actually feel nothing like that, it kind of doesn't really matter because I'm never going to race a race car anyway. So if my perception is that's how I think a race car would feel, and this game gives me the feeling that makes me think that's how it would feel, then I'm good with that. That's fine. I don't, do you know what I mean? How it feels to other people doesn't matter to me as long as it feels good to me. But anyway, we're going to quick try. We're only going to race some AI. I am going to quick change something because I don't know the tracks very well in this game. There's not a huge amount of tracks. And I put up the AI a bit high for the tracks that I don't know. So I'm probably going to drop those back to 90. We're going to try that. Now, as far as force feedback, we're going to have to get in a game to check this, because yesterday I started the game up and I had no force feedback, and this was on 60. So I moved it to 70, and then the force feedback was overpowering, and then I moved it back to 60 and I had force feedback again. So that was weird. We're going to see if that happens again. As far as setup in here, I don't really know. Maybe I could do something better. Maybe I could do it worse. We'll find out. I'll see how it feels. We'll get into a bit of a race and then we'll kind of go through it as we're racing. If not, we're going to be here forever. So what I'm probably going to do, because it's the only track that I've really raced on this game, is we're going to go with... We're going to go to Sebring, and we're going to go in the GT3, we're going to go in the Screamer, because that's what I race in ACC. So that's what we're going to go with. We're going to go with that one because it looks better than the rest. We'll do a mixed race with Hypercar and GT3. I'm not going to go through practice or qualifying. We're just going to throw ourselves straight into it. Now, I am playing on a, before we do that, I am playing on a 7900 XTX with a 7800 X3D, and this game is demanding. Now, I am playing on a ultra-wide 1440p monitor. I have set the resolution a little bit higher because at 1440p, yeah, I don't think it looks that great. I have the MSAA at 4 times. Oh, this is actually... Huh. Interesting. So I have a mixture of highs and ultras. It seems to have reverted itself because I'm pretty sure I put that back to high yesterday. We'll see what the performance is like. There appears to be no upscale. We'll check it out. We'll see what it looks like, but that's what we're running at the moment. Obviously, you can see I've got an overlay up, so you're going to see what the performance is like, and the performance is not great. I might try it out on the 4080 system to see if that's much better. Roll on 5080 or 5090, I think, because, I mean, I can understand it. I'm assuming that this game's built on UE5. It is pretty demanding. So I don't know what this is like for people running triples, or what resolution they're having to go to, or what settings. We'll kind of go through what I think the game looks like as we're in there. I don't think it looks bad. I don't think it looks fantastic. But it definitely doesn't look bad. I don't mind kind of the art style of it to a degree. Cars look very good. I find cars do tend to look very good in a lot of racing games. It's generally the other stuff that sometimes doesn't look that great. So we'll get into it. I'm going to throw my headphones on and then do a bit of racing. We'll talk our way through it, and hopefully I've got a bit of force feedback. I don't appear to have any weight in my steering wheel right now, so we'll find out what happens, and hopefully I'll get some haptic feedback in the pedal as well. But we'll have to wait and see about that as well. That might not come for a couple of laps if that's having issues.
Formation lap has
Like I said, I'm not... I don't know enough about this game. I wasn't probably going to spend a great deal amount of time in it, with it being what it was at the time with the hypercars and the LMP cars, because I didn't want to... I've got force feedback, so that's good. I'm not sure that my brake pedal is giving me any feedback this one. Yeah, I've got feedback in the pedal as well, so haptics are working. I am actually running haptics on my rig as well, which I'm getting feedback from through SimHub. So I do have gear shift and engine vibration. That's all working good. I'm not starting from last, which is interesting. Are we doing a whole formation lap? We are doing a whole formation lap, but that's fine. So yes, the cars I think look very good. Inside of the car looks okay, I guess. Not quite sure what's going on with that A-pillar trim. Yeah, I've definitely got feedback on my haptic pedal, so that's good. Now, that's going to take me into the first thing that I don't like, and I hope it's something that they get rid of, because we are in an era where we do have haptic speakers, we do have haptic feedback, but we're also in an era coming up where we're going to have quite a few versions of active pedals. The first gripe I have in this game, and it's a big one for me, is the ABS steering wheel. I do not like it. I'm going to have to see if there's a way that I can drown it out. Now I am purposely hitting my ABS to get a feel for it, but to me it's way overpowering, and if you're a better driver, it might not be something that bothers you that much. I don't know. I need to actually put my TC and my ABS down a bit, if not it's going to be crazy. But for me, it's not something that I want in my braking zones of my steering wheel flapping around with quite a really aggressive vibration. I don't like it. I'm going to be honest. Now, obviously, I do have the option of having haptic feedback for ABS in my brake pedal, so I don't need it in both places. I'd prefer to have it in my pedal, because certainly going by my road car, that's where I feel my ABS through the pedal. I don't feel it through the steering wheel. So, not that I hit my ABS that often, but when I have, it's obviously through the pedal, not through the steering wheel. Certainly not in my car anyway. Whether that happens in a race car or not, whether you get some sort of feeling, maybe you do, but it's not something that I particularly like in the game. Other games don't do it. I'm not a fan. That's my first thing that I'll say. Other than that, as we go through the race, the cars do look very good. Like that Ferrari pulled alongside me. That does look very good. Track, I don't know. I find this kind of Anti-aliasing, not great. Game's got a bit of a blurry look to it. I know it does have this windscreen effect, which maybe adds to that or takes away, or maybe it just helps them get away with it being a little bit blurry and anti-aliasing. I don't know. But I think the car models look very good. I'm not sure if those trees are actually active in any way or if they're just dead. But as you can see, performance-wise, it's not bad. It's not great. I mean, oh shit, should have been taking more notes of that. I'm going to get overtaken by everyone. But that's fine, we can go to the back. In fact, it's probably better if we are at the back while I'm talking. Because everyone's got a run on me. I don't... oh, they're taking each other out. I don't race this track. I think the last time I raced this track was when I was a lot younger and I played on like PlayStation 2 or 3 on like, I don't know if it was Gran Turismo, I think, as it was had this track. I could be wrong. I have no idea what happened there. I believe it's Gran Turismo. I don't know if the earlier Forza games had this track. But I don't have any other games that run this track, apart from, admittedly, I did notice in Automobilista 2 this track was available, so my knowledge of this track isn't very good, so we're going to ignore my driving. And then we're going to kind of... oh shit. Yeah, we completely missed the braking zone because I'm talking, but never mind. Now we've got a Corvette chasing us down. God, that ABS is horrible. We need some temp in our brakes so I don't have to use that. Obviously, this game does have a very... I'd say it's a good... obviously cold tyre model. We are slipping around a bit. We don't have a huge amount of grip. As far as grip goes... oh shit. I need to turn my headphones down a bit because I can't even hear myself talking. Shit. Yeah, I'm just completely drifting because I have no grip whatsoever. That's interesting. Okay, so it's an LMP2 car that crashed. Right, we'll just try and hold on to this dude. I thought this Corvette behind me was a McLaren, wasn't it? There we go. These dudes have way more grip than me. What's going on? And I'm off the track. Never mind. I'm not going to say too much about the force feedback at this moment in time, because we're driving on cold tyres. So we're going to get a couple of laps in first, and then we're going to kind of shift it around and see how it feels. But at this moment in time, it doesn't feel bad at all. Now this track is extremely bumpy, and all of that detail is, oh shit, is coming through. A lot of detail is coming through. Maybe a little bit too much, so I might have to actually turn that down a little bit more, or throw a little bit of filtering on. And I did adjust my brakes last night before I stopped playing this game, so I'm gonna actually have to reevaluate how hard I'm pressing my pedal, because I did have a little bit of an offset on my brakes yesterday, which I've just realised I removed. like I said, I don't know this track, so I'm not fast around it. As you can see, I have no idea how I'm supposed to take that corner. I need to catch up to these cars in front and try and follow them to a degree. Oh shit, oh shit. Well, whoa. So how do I fix this one then? Okay, rightio. We're going to eject out of that. I'm actually going to turn those. I don't know this track well enough, so I am going to turn down those. That actually felt very good. I felt myself going too hot, and I felt the edge of grip gone. So I knew that was about to happen, which is good. The fact that it happened, not so good. Right, let me just, I'm going to actually put those AI down a little bit because I don't know that track well enough to be fast on it. Yeah, let's exit that. I might actually go into my Moser software as well. So hold on. Let me just do that. I might actually turn down. Nope, come back. I actually turn down the. I wonder if this will take the ABS vibration out a bit. If I drop that down like that. Body bumps on that track is quite heavy, but I think on other, I think it's supposed to be. So I'm going to try that. Let's try that. To see if that helps with the ABS. And then I'm just going to knock those AI down a little bit. Like I said, I'm not used to that track, so you're going to have to bear with me on that. Let's go with that. I normally race about 94 AI on ACC, but I know the game, I know the tracks to a degree. I'm not fast, but I know more about what I'm doing on that game. I have more experience in that game, if that makes sense. So this game is very alien to me. So let's quick do this. I won't do a full race because this video will go on for ages. We're going to go with this again. We're going to go straight into a race again. I think we can skip. I think it told me that there was a way to skip the formation lap. So let's get a few laps in. We'll get the tyres warm and then see how it feels. I quite like it. I'd probably say at this moment in time, definitely for GT3. Now, GT3 still feels off to me in Automobilista 2, but some of the other cars in Automobilista 2 I very much like. I think as far as GT3 goes, this might be my, at this moment in time, this is my next favourite game to ACC. This could surpass ACC. Who knows? Press backspace. Oh god, how do I put backspace on my tiny little... There is no backspace on this little keyboardy thing. So we're going to have to do a whole formation lap. Damn. Damn. What would that do? Yeah, here we go. Did that do it? Okay. That worked. Don't know why I pressed, but it worked. Right, so we're gonna... In fact, I'm not gonna go so aggressive on the TC. Nah, because it wasn't the TC that got me in trouble. It was probably me locking up on the ABS. But anyway. I haven't configured... the other thing is, I don't think I've even actually really got my field of view set up particularly right at this moment in time. Oh, that's seat position, isn't it? Vertical field of view. Well, I'm not going to mess too much around with that. Well, let's try not to die this time. Get a few laps, get used to it. That guy. Oh, I'll tell you what, these AI are crazy aggressive. Well, I definitely lost the car a little bit there, or I was in danger of losing the car a little bit there, and it gave me enough feedback to throw in a bit of opposite lock and bring myself back from death, so that's good. You can also feel in... shit. I need to get on a rough curb and see if I've lost too much curb detail by trying to drown out. Oh, no, that curb definitely hurt. That curb's got a decent enough detail, so trying to drown out the ABS feeling at this moment in time, that might have actually worked quite well. Which is actually quite handy. Because there's a lot of curb detail through there. And the ABS detail didn't feel anywhere near as bad. Why am I so slow compared to other cars? It's just my bad gear changes. No! You're not taking my space, buddy. No chance. Not today, my friend. I tell you what, I actually really quite like this feedback. My gripe is the ABS. Oh shit. Okay, you get a lot of detail when you hit another car. I didn't think there was when I played this last time. I actually thought you hit other cars and you didn't actually really even feel you did it. But I definitely felt myself trading paint with that other M4, M5, M4, M4. I like this. Like this act, I don't think this is about to replace ACC for me. But I tell you what, I could see myself playing this. Oh shit. Well, no, I've done it again. Massively overcooked my brakes. No! Right, we're not starting again. We're last on track, but we're not starting again. Definitely, like, I knew that was coming. I didn't have much chance to bring it back. I kind of thought, yeah, I'm dead here. I've definitely got more grip this time round. I do have a bit of a... weight shift feeling, I'm not sure I particularly feel, although it does give me that, it gives me that wobble, that's steering wheel wiggle. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you said to me, can I feel kind of the end point of grip on my tyres, I'd probably say no. But I feel like I'm still getting a little bit more information than what I do in Automobilista 2, even after its update. In GT3. I don't know why, I'm just still not keen on GT3. And obviously racing isn't all just GT3, so it's not the end of the world, but I do quite like GT3 racing. But in Automobilista 2, I still don't like GT3. I've tried it a few times over the past couple of weeks. I like the hypercar. So I like kind of the LMDH or whatever the bloody hell you like to call it. I like those. I actually quite like the Formula racing, and I like some of the... Shit, I've done it again. Oh my god! I can't get too close to other cars going through there, because when I do, I end up giving myself a little bit too much brake pedal, and then I'm ending my own race for me. Let's see if I can actually get in a lap. They're gone now. I ain't catching any of them. Yes, the... I can't even remember what I was saying now. Yeah, a lot of the other cars in Automobilista 2 I do enjoy. The amount, I'll tell you what, I've got my detail so turned down compared to any other game. Like road surfaces, bumps, curb details. I'm normally running way higher in other games. And this is so aggressive on details. It's unreal. I know that there is that force feedback smoothing option. Maybe I need to... Yeah. I managed to get... Oh shit. I did manage to get a bit of a save then, but I don't know if it was more... No! I didn't save that. I was overdriving trying to catch the other cars up. Let me just restart that. Just so I am actually talking while I'm driving. Yes, the detail in this, road surface detail, bumps and everything, is extremely harsh. Now, there is a force feedback. There is a force feedback smoothing. How far up does this go? So it goes from 1 to 9. What was I on? 4. I set that for when I tried the LMP cars in this, or whatever the bloody hell they're called. That's actually recognising that I got P1000s. That's cool. So I don't know. I'm not sure at this moment in time if I really want to change that or just do it through my own software. But it's very strong. Very strong. Like definitely the strongest kind of bumps and road bumps I've felt with me having my having my software or my Moser software so low. It's normally I'm turning that up to get those details in, so that's interesting. Admittedly, I don't race this course, so that needs to be taken into account. This... Oh shit. Okay. We don't have transparent cars at starts. That's interesting. I tried to drive through that car and it was solid. Never mind. Luckily, it's not giving me any damage penalty points or anything. Oh, I see. It started me at the start of the GT3 pack. No wonder I'm not keeping up. I don't know the track. But yes, obviously, I remember from playing this track years ago that it's obviously a very bumpy track. So I've got a feeling I did try this game yesterday on a track that is less bumpy, and it definitely didn't feel as bumpy, so that's fine. This could be giving a... That dude, that's aggressive. That guy just fucking fishtailed me. These AI don't fuck about. That's crazy. Let's try and not spin on that corner. I do like the car models. They do look very good. Too much yellow for my liking, but hey. Yeah, that guy just gave me a hell of a nudge, and I got a lot of feedback from it as well. I don't like the idea of this into a braking zone. Oh, there's some filth going on here. I'm amazed at how dirty this AI are. I'm not quite sure what I've got damage set up to. I don't know if it's just cosmetic or if it's anything much more than that. But shit, I've done it again. Oh, no, I didn't. I survived. Okay. Let's at least get a couple of laps in and see how it feels once I've actually got some tyre temps, just for the hell of it. I don't know if I'm supposed to go down. Am I supposed to go down to second into this corner? Maybe. Shit, I think that was a little bit late on the brakes for that corner. I survived it though. That felt like I was really out on the raggedy edge. So in effect, that was actually quite nice feedback that I was getting there. I'm not sure through those small corners there I was getting much of a ABS lock-up, not so much on my steering wheel anymore, so that's good. I was getting it through my pedals, which is nice. Managed to avoid it that time. Oh, that's why I didn't crash. I haven't turned up my... I've still got quite a high level of TC and ABS. And that son of a bitch just nudged me. I don't know how this game works, as in like the kind of presets it does. Like in ACC, you can obviously set up like a standard setup and then an aggressive setup and then a, you know, I think there's like a rain setup as well. I don't know. if this game has anything similar to that. Oh, okay, so she's definitely loose with the TC down this low. This is quite a bumpy track, so maybe I'm kind of getting a little bit optimistic with the TC this low. Although that definitely got me a drive out of that corner. Oh shit. I don't know what these guys are doing. They decided to have a fight right as I got to the back of them. So that's a bit unfortunate. This actually feels really good. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is as far as GT3 goes. I still, like I said, I like ACC. I know some people don't. That's fine. I know some people do, but they don't think it's the force feedback in it is very good, or so on and so forth. And I get kind of my lines muddied, or muddled, should I say, between what people count as physics and what people count as force feedback. I quite like both in ACC. I feel like there's a good shift. I feel like I can feel the weight shift in ACC. Shit. Whoa, that was close. That was really close. It's that bump that launches you. Yes, I feel like in ACC, however I'm set up, I get a very good feeling of weight shift and edge of grip. And in other games, whether it's just my fault for not setting the settings up properly or whatever it is, I kind of struggle to replicate that in other games. This is working quite well for me. I'm definitely, I'm getting more feedback from this than I felt in a lot of other games. So not so much through these slow corners, it kind of feels a little bit dead. In some of those faster corners, definitely in that corner that I'm struggling with towards the back straight, where I've obviously... Shit, I missed that braking zone there because I was talking. That corner I've struggled with down the back straight, I'm getting a lot of feedback and information telling me that I've just caused myself a near-death experience. Like I can feel, yeah. So that corner there, I could feel myself being a bit too hot and losing grip, and then you can kind of feel the grip come back to you a little bit. As obviously I'm scrubbing off a bit of speed, you feel that grip return, which is quite a nice feeling. Come on, pal. So I'm liking this. I just need to learn where the braking zones are, because they're definitely after where I'm braking. I'm not sure if there's track markers. I haven't seen any, so I'm guessing that there is some sort of visual marker that people go off on this track. Well, I don't know if I had to go track limits on there. There is obviously some track markers there, but I've no idea what I'm supposed to be stopping on. No, I'm enjoying this. I've got that wobble. I love the wobble. Luckily, there's something which stops me from downshifting and blowing my engine up, because I'm clearly being too aggressive on my downshift. Shit. Like I said, I don't really know this track. I haven't raced this track for a very long time, so ignore my driving to a degree. But I can still get a feeling of how it feels and if I like how it's driving, and I do like how it's driving. I like how it feels. I did not like the ABS through the steering wheel. I still have that, but I have managed... Oh, shit. I'm not a good enough driver to talk and drive at the same time. I keep missing all of my zones. I don't like the ABS through the steering wheel. I still have it, but I've managed to drown it out quite a bit. Oh, there is brake markers. I'll just follow this guy. I don't want to overtake him now because I'll be screwed. I'll have no one to follow. And we're ahead of the guys behind, so hey, I'm just going to sit here. See where he brakes. Okay. I can survive that. Yeah, I've managed to drown out a lot of that ABS in my software, which for me is a good thing, or the ABS through the steering wheel. Obviously ABS through the pedal reactors working, and that's nice. That was my only real main gripe, because it was very strong when I first came into this game yesterday using my the same profile that I was using for ACC. The ABS feedback through the steering wheel was too overpowering. It's like, well, I can't drive like this. Shit. I don't know if it tells you if you hit the car in front. I didn't feel it then, but if I didn't, bloody hell, that was close. So yeah, I can definitely, if I'm giving it too much curry coming out of a corner and I'm too heavy on the gas, I can definitely swap ends in this car, and it's giving me the feedback to not do that, because obviously I can do it there, as you can see. A little bit too much beans, and the rear will definitely want to swap ends, and I can get enough feedback to correct that. So this is actually feeling really good. Yeah, I'm a fan. It looks good. The car models look very good. The rest of it, I'll take it. It's fine. I don't think this track looks amazing. I don't think it looks bad. Stuff like grass and stuff like that. I think this track. Shoo, that was a big lock-up slide then. But it gave me all the detail that I needed to save it, and that is all that matters. There's nothing worse than obviously just losing control and getting no feedback to even try and make a recovery. This guy's very slow in his braking zones. Is he out of position? I kind of sat behind him because I thought I might as well, but now I'm kind of wishing that I went past him, because I could have probably latched on to those cars ahead quite quickly, and now everyone's caught us up from behind. So you can feel there where I'm just scrubbing out too much speed. Oh shit. This guy's done. Is his tyres done, or is he having some issue? Is he having a medical emergency or something? Those other cars are miles away though, that's the only problem. I don't think we're really going to catch those. I don't want to drag this out for too long because I'm 55 minutes. So I'm probably going to say I'm going to end it there. I have got, admittedly, my feedback is quite heavy. I do have quite a lot of weight on my steering. I have a feeling of I'm just turning the steering wheel left to right at the moment. And I do have a feeling of, which is quite good, I have a feeling that I am scrubbing some sticky tyres into tarmac and they're scrubbing. And I like that. So there's quite a loaded feel, which is quite good. So far so good. I have some crazy oscillation, probably not helped by the fact that I was stopped in second gear. Nope, I still have oscillation. Have lots of oscillation. If I hold the steering wheel back to center and don't touch it, it's fine. If I give it a nudge, it will oscillate like hell. That's interesting. So, like I said, I don't know. There's possibly a wealth of changes I could make to the car setup that would make the car feel different. I don't know how other cars feel in this. Obviously, I've only tried the BMW. So far, I'm quite enjoying that. There's a good chance that I'm going to carry on playing this for the rest of the night because that felt good. I'm happy to take a break from ACC for a night and try something else out, and I did enjoy that. So I'm going to leave that video there. I'm going to put up a separate video about the other stuff, the Stream Deck button box, the haptic feedback, the P1000 pedals that are new to the rig. But as far as it goes, that was kind of just my first initial impression of trying out the GT3 cars in Le Mans Ultimate, and so far for me so good. It's not often that I can try another car with GT3, another game sorry, with GT3 and enjoy it as much as I've just enjoyed this, and I haven't had to do too much work to it to get it to feel this good. I wish and I hope that they turn off there's not a lot of, if I go there quickly now, as you can see, if I can go there, there's just not a lot of options in the force feedback. This is it. I'd like to see an option where you could turn off the ABS. I'm not a fan. And other than that, the rest of it, I'm sure they could obviously put more options, but the ABS through the steering wheel, I'm not a great fan. I've got ABS in the pedal, so I don't want it in the steering wheel. And I find it kind of an awkward time to take control of your steering wheel when you're heavy in a braking zone, where you kind of want to have the feeling of more control over feeling of what you're doing, rather than your steering wheel just getting overrid and pulled all over the place with what I assume is like an ABS feeling. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll catch you in the next one.